Good evening, jazz fans. Happy Friday. We made it to the weekend. My name is Nick Moran, and I'd like to welcome you to a very special edition of DIGG Jazz 2021, our winter series. This is presented by the Madison Music Collective, the Arts and Literature Laboratory, and our wonderful hosts here at the Wisconsin Union Theater. We have kind of a special night for you. I mean, all these nights are special that we have this great music. But tonight we have two acts. We have a double bill for you. And it's a little unconventional, our double act, so I'll explain that in a bit. But before we get to the music, to do these types of events, it takes a village, the community coming together and to support not only our efforts here, but also to make sure that this is a fair paying opportunity for our musicians and our performers here. So please, let's start off by thanking our sponsors, our presenting sponsors for this evening. So we'd like to thank the Madison Music Collective, the Arts and Literature Laboratory, Janus Galleries, and our wonderful host here at Wisconsin Union Theater. We'd also like to thank Dane Arts with additional funds from the Andrus Manufacturing Company Foundation, the EVU Foundation Incorporated, the charitable arm of the Capital Times, the W. Jerome Fauci Foundation, and the Pleasant T. Rowland Foundation. We'd like to also thank the Madison Arts Commission with additional funds from the Wisconsin Arts Board, and the John and Carolyn Peterson Charitable Foundation. We'd also like to thank our community radio station, 89.9 WORT-FM, the wonderful community radio. And we'd like to thank our tech crew here, Greg White from Madison Pro Audio and Andrew LaValle from Bear Sound. So that's just a few of the folks that help put this together. But also the other thing that makes this stream important is you, the audience. This stream is interactive, meaning that you can like us, you can send us emojis, you can comment, and we need that kind of interaction. We don't have an audience in this theater tonight, so hit us up. Let us know you're out there, and the performers will appreciate that as well. You can also participate in another way, too, by making a donation to help keep the series going in the future. This series is about creating fair-paying opportunities for local and regional acts to perform their original jazz compositions. And it's a really important resource for our community. So, Greg, you ready? You can hit these links down here for our donation information, and you can make those donations to the Art and Literature Laboratory, both on PayPal and on Venmo. We're also continuing this series through February, so make sure you mark your calendars or like the events or say you're going to the events coming up. Next week, we have Juan Tomás Martínez París and his Acoplados Latin Jazz Project. That's going to be a really fun night of music to move you. And then we'll finish at the end of the month on February 23rd with Dave Cooper and his quintet. So let's talk about tonight. Again, we have two acts for you. We will start with a solo act, and then we will take a short 15-minute break, and then we'll come back with a jazz quintet. Our first act this evening, you might ask, why are we having a poet for a jazz series? But there has been a long shared history, a long marriage between the word and the note. And jazz and poetry have been living side by side. Hopefully you've been to the Green Mill where they have their wonderful poetry night. So we're trying to reinvent that here on this Wisconsin Union Theater stage. So we picked an individual who has been making waves in the Madison jam scene and the Madison poetry scene for a long time. He's usually backed by a band, but he's very brave and is coming out here as a solo act. So please put your hands together, jazz fans out there, for FlowPoetry.
Thank you, Nick. Create a landscape. Create a moonscape. Create an inner scape. Create an outer scape. Create a landscape. Create a moonscape. Create an inner scape. Create an outer scape. Open your eyes. Wake up. Open your eyes. Wake up. Seek the one in the setting sun. Seek, 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 seek. Seek the one in the setting sun. Seek, 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 seek. I used to stare at the sun. 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 Seek the one in the setting sun. Seek the one in the setting sun. Seek, 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 seek. Johnny Techno doesn't rock, he just pops. Johnny Techno don't rock, just pop. 6 by 4 by 8. Johnny Techno don't rock, just pop. Machine beat bop down at the hop. Silver string strum can't make him stop. Jump, jam, jive, Mr. Lollipop. Eddie Punk don't smile, just skunk. Spit stain into the slam he slunk. Drum thump thunder won't ease his funk. Slime street strut, Mr. Bag of Junk. And Eddie Punk don't smile, just skunk. Spit stain into the slam he slunk. Drum thump thunder won't ease his funk. Slime street strut, Mr. Bag of Junk. Johnny Techno don't rock, just pop. Machine beat bop down at the hop. Silver string strum can't make him stop. Jump, jam, jive, Mr. Lollipop. Eddie Punk don't smile, just skunk. Spit stain into the slam he slunk. Drum thump thunder won't ease his funk. Slime street strut, Mr. Bag of Junk. Hayward House don't dance, just depraves. Ridge rides, trance prances to the rave. Jericho horns seal up his cave. Glance can tell no one robs this grave. Georgie Jam don't jazzy, just glam. Noodle-headed runaway on the lamb. Crystalline chord can't crease his cram. Ground score tweak, Mr. Swirly Scam. Added some syllables to that stanza because the jam people will tend to take liberties. Georgie Jam don't jazzy, just glam. Noodle-headed runaway on the lamb. Crystalline chord can't crease his cram. Ground score tweak, Mr. Swirly Scam. Kid Computer don't think, just blink. Plastic layer sit and stare, can't see ink. Enter delete won't deodor his stink. Corporate shine, monolithic think. All right, from the top one more time. 6 by 4 by 8. Johnny Techno don't rock, just pop. Machine beat bop down at the hop. Silver string strum can't make him stop. Jump, jam, jive, Mr. Lollipop. And Eddie Punk don't smile, just skunk. Spit stain into the slam he slunk. Drum thump thunder won't ease his funk. Slime street strut, Mr. Bag of Junk. Hayward House don't dance, just depraves. Ridge rides, trance prances to the rave. Jericho horns seal up his cave. Glance can tell no one robs this grave. Georgie Jam don't jazzy, just glam. Noodle-headed runaway on the lamb. Crystalline chord can't crease his cram. Ground score tweak, Mr. Swirly Scam. Kid Computer don't think, just blink. Plastic layer sit and stare, can't see ink. Enter delete won't deodor his stink. Corporate shine, monolithic think. And Terpsichore, mother of the sirens, just sits and sighs. So many lost sailors passing by. Cloud, flow, tree, breeze, soaring sky. Gaze in the water, wonder why. This is not for the squeamish and those afraid of dark. Afraid of gone to new day, like fireflies without a spark. Those rubber ducky babies with silver spoons all tucked in bed. Hyena, howlin', tiger lilies stretched, waiting for the dead. Wookie bearded babas squatting in the dust and smoking head. This is for the hurried few, dragged along by teams of dogs. Stuck beside heart's ditch of mud, cast ashore like driftwood logs. Sand-strewn nymphs red ball bounce upon the beach. New York-bound cats grin, ants stuck in their teeth. Bowler-capped boys chuckling tweak the beast. So come all ye hula-hoopin' maidens, a-gamblin' on the lawn. Frogs a-courtin' moonbeams and velvet-painted dawn. Silver saddle stirrups and guitars made of rain. Wing-footed fleet streeters dancing out the pain. Tree-hugging butterflies with no need to explain. We are all connected. We are all connected. We are all connected. Within Indra's net 1,000 jewels reside, of this we are sure. Within the folds of silence 1,000 jewels burst forth, of this we are sure. Within the lap of the lake, a flock of fish frolic fancily. Of this we are sure. Within the cradle of music, thousands dance out their sorrows and they pray for peace. Of this we are sure. Within the next wave, a flow will flow just as it flows now flow. Of this we are sure. Within the apocalyptic resonance of this shout, 10,000 sparkling daisies will bloom at the end of a gun and force their roots down through the barrel in order to make love to the trigger. Of this we are sure. Within the blink of an eye, 50,000 died, millions more put in prison, and they never returned. Of this we are sure. Within the climate takes a roller coaster to crest the second to the largest rise at an amusement park. 1,000 damselflies will take wing and spread light into the sun. Foolish, yes, but of this we are sure. Within the time a word is spoken, or within the space it takes to pour a pot of tea, a roundness. I went to see Gary Snyder, great beat poet Gary Snyder, and how he tied his shoes. But he wore boots without any laces. And when he poured water into a drinking glass, wobbly, atop a stool with, of course, one of the 3 legs shorter than the others, everyone waited and held their breath. And he didn't spill a drop. And he cut off 2 heads. And he didn't answer the questions that he didn't want to. And he said, this present moment will live in the future as long ago. This present moment will live in the future as long ago, and it will, as will the next one, and the next one, and the next one, and the next one. And my head rang like a wind chime. And he sang stories of bear scat. Later, I dreamed I was hanging out with Gary Snyder. I said, I'm interested in Buddhism. He said he wasn't interested in Buddhism. He was interested in insect repellent. Brain cells are invisible to the naked eye. Brain cells are invisible to the naked eye. Brain cells are invisible, invisible, invisible. Brain cells are invisible to the naked eye. Brain cells are invisible to the naked eye. Brain cells are invisible to the naked eye. Brain cells are invisible, invisible, invisible. Brain cells are invisible to the naked eye. Hey, who are you? Who are you? You. Hey, who are you? You. Brain cells are invisible to the naked eye. The air we breathe comes from a supernova. The air we breathe comes from a supernova. The air we breathe comes from the supernova. Hey, the air we breathe comes from a supernova. Brain cells are invisible to the naked eye. Brain cells are invisible, but brain cells are invisible to the naked eye. Brain cells are invisible to the naked eye. Brain cells are invisible, but brain cells are invisible to the naked eye. Hey, who are you? You. Hey, who are you? You. Yeah. So you want to see heaven or hell? That is, do you think you can tell which one is which? Or lickety-split, black and white, darting fish, one eye open, blinking, nod, water flash, ripple, breast beat, tap dance, rat-a-tat, machine gun blasting cap, snowfall, silver arc, flash, tweet, cold glass, clink. Yeah. Do you want to see heaven or hell? That is, do you think you can tell which one is which? Or lickety-split, black and white, darting fish, one eye open, blinking, nod, water flash, ripple, breast beat, tap dance, rat-a-tat, machine gun blasting cap, snowfall, silver arc, flash, tweet, cold glass, clink. Maybe get rich and maybe get broke. 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 2 full keys of silver powder. 6 sunken treasure chests filled with gold. Come tomorrow when the sun rises, I'll be rich or I'll be broke. I blazed through Vega, then hit Antares. Alpha Centauri might call if my song sold. Well, that's all right, 'cause when the sun rises, maybe be rich or maybe be broke. Now 6 feet over, 6 feet under. Been there before, so I ain't afraid. And damn sure that I ain't no coward. Maybe be rich or maybe be broke. Now some go long and some go short. And some just turn 360 no scope. I aim down range with both eyes open. Maybe be rich or maybe be broke. Maybe be rich, maybe be broke. Maybe be rich, maybe be broke. America, a few lines by Allen Ginsberg. America, I've given you all and now I am nothing. America, $2.27, January 17th, 1956. I can't stand my own mind. America, when will we end the human war? I don't feel good. Don't bother me. I won't write my poem till I'm in my right mind. America, when will you be angelic? When will you take off your clothes? When will you look at yourself through the grave? When will you be worthy of your million Trotskyites? America, why are your libraries filled with tears? America, when will you send your eggs to India? I'm sick of your insane demands. When can I go into the supermarket and buy what I need with my own good looks? America, after all, it is you and I who are perfect, not the next world. A moment blessed. Now morning light does softly glow upon the pillow and your face. In sleep you seem to be with me when we were still in some forgotten space. Where we once walked and we talked a while at the break of that sea wall and tuned our ears to each other's sighs and opened hearts to throbbing waves. But soon the bells of day will ring, the first or last, no one can tell, fortune or ill they must bring. For advance of time cannot be quelled. Do not open your eyes, I beg. Do not wake. A moment longer is all I ask. All I ask is for a moment blessed. Now this is where the rubber meets the road. This is where the rubber meets the road. This is where the rubber meets the rubber baby buggy bumpers, rubber baby buggy bumpers, rubber baby buggy bumpers, rubber baby buggy bumpers. This is where the rubber meets the road. This is where the rubber meets the road. Rubber baby buggy bumpers, rubber baby buggy bumpers, rubber baby buggy bumpers, rubber baby buggy bumpers. 6 got on, only 3 got off. 6 got on, only 3 got off. Even a blind man knows it went down like that. Tires going flat, brother, tires going flat. Tires going flat, brother, tires going flat. Fixing that tire saw the first man die. Radiator blew the second sky high. Third one fell when the engine fried. Stop sign smacked him when he tried to hide. Now 5 got on and 5 went down the road. 5 got on and 5 went down the road. Even a blind man knows it went down like that. Tires going flat, brother, tires going flat. Tires going flat, brother, tires going flat. Fixing that tire with a rusty scissor jack. Slipped in the mud, broke a grown man's back. The fuse went pop, left those headlights black. Bus kept on a-rollin', bus kept on a-rollin', bus kept on a-rollin', bus kept on a-rollin'. Rubber baby buggy bumpers. This is where the rubber meets the road. This is where the rubber meets the road. Rubber baby buggy bumpers, rubber baby buggy bumpers, rubber baby buggy bumpers, rubber baby buggy bumpers. This is where the rubber meets the road. We left the port on that day fair to go where none had yet to dare. To whip the seas with our bare hands, to find a passage to a shiny new land. On board were men with taste for war. We dropped all reason on the shore and lit a fire of poplar wood. That some might die was understood. That some might perish was known to all. But death's dame Fortune does not heed the call of those who hide and do not risk, or those who run from the depth's dark kiss. Our captain was drunk. He sailed better that way, and the helmsman nodded to every sway of the man-o'-war we called Stone, and was our home through ocean's spray and the sea's moan, through blinking eyes dimmed with tears. I saw our people cup their ears and try to catch a final sound. And others yelled, "Hey, turn that ship around!" So we ran up the sails and tied our knots, and like dying men gulped down the last few draughts of peopled air and grass and leaves. We tried to hold it in, dared not to breathe. Soon specks on the horizon, and then just sea and sun and clouds and eternity. Soon just that, and lapping waves. Soon just men, many of them crazed. A ship is made of sticks and dreams. No more, no less. It only seems to be a solid thing afloat. Most sailors cling to it, and they just hope. Others ride it like a dragon's tail, like clouds and mist and a siren's wail, and some ride it like a dancing pony. They're afraid to get hurt. They're afraid to get dirty. We ride our stone like a comet's crack. We curse the wind and heave 'gainst slack. We rumble like lead and cannonball black. We torch the sky. We smack the gods back. I hope everybody's doing well out there. Thank you to Nick, the whole gang, Art and Lit Lab, and all the jazz groups and sponsors and everything for doing this. I'm FlowPoetry. My name's Adam, and I'm grateful to be here. This is the beautiful Shannon Hall, man. And thanks to Bear and for everybody for doing the sound and all that they do. If you're digging what I'm doing, check me out. I am on Facebook. Just look up FlowPoetry or Google FlowPoetry. That's one word. All right. I got a little sip of water. I'm going to blast a little bit more, and then we've got some music coming up after a break. As we stood around and watched the hanging, we knew this town must change. Just then the wind blew through the noose, and the bell in the steeple clanged. And then the engineer pulled slowly out the station, and that train just upped and shrugged. Every day seemed right on time. The heat, the dust, the nugs. Oh, I didn't plan it at all that way, young Mary begged and cried. Our lives for his. Spare him this once, the preacher's brother sighed. Would it were so easy, the town folk hollered, but all could see it was not. It was his own choice to jump the fence. It's lucky we didn't all get shot. Now strike up the band, the deacon shouted. Hanging time has come. The black hood is fit, all eyes downcast. All are present save one. The blacksmith's son has run away, somewhere where wild winds blow free, where children dance as they hold hands around the biggest tree. Will he come back? Well, some might say. But if I were him, I wouldn't, to trade the grass and streams so clear for Gomorrah's sordidness. I just couldn't. But maybe someday, if his heart does ache, while he's passing by, he'll stop. Not for long, but just to sing a song or shed a tear where the body dropped. Detroit pounder done jumped the tracks. Once you're gone, no sense going back. Big black train headed for that load. Stoke that fire, boy. Shovel more coal. Elijah Boyd left town in 48. Spit goodbye, headed out that gate. Climbed aboard that last westbound freight. drew an ace to his aces and eights. Now some say hide, boys, and some say run, and some say peace at the end of a gun. Ain't no use carrying on that way. Everyone knows you got to kneel to pray. I'll get you high, boys, get you high. Head in the clouds, feet touch the sky. Elijah Boyd's living fine, not asking why. Westbound whistle, gonna testify. Sally had a steamboat, steamboat had a bell. Sally went to heaven, steamboat went to hello, operator. Give me number 9, and if you disconnect me, I'll cut off your behind the refrigerator. There is a piece of glass, and if you sit upon it, it'll cut you on the ask me no more questions. I'll tell you no more lies. Boys are in the bathroom, zipping up the flies are in the country. Bees are in the park, boys and girls are kissing in the DARK dark. And the loudspeaker at the airport gate cried, "It is only you and I who are truly alive." See, the rest of them, they do but sleep. It's enough to make you start to weep. Where they go, they know not where. Blind leading blind, leading blind, leading blind. Blind leading blind, leading blind, leading blind. Yeah, but he couldn't see my plates. All right, like a stack and a half. The lady with the cornrows, or whatever she's burnt, that will start peeling, not the sunburn. He took off the mesh baseball cap, and you could see it was like burned into his head, and I was drinking at the time, and I didn't realize it because my feet were in the water at the time. She sucked it up like a week, and she fell asleep on the beach and swole up. She took on water, so I called this guy. She was from Milwaukee. She can't walk. Her whole family fingers are calloused. We do now. She's like a surgeon, and just get a needle and pop it. His hands are so calloused. So he went to the doctor, and the 2 days could have killed you. Oh, just stop it like Paul Bunyan or something. Oh no, lately go far this prophet, and he'd start spittin' and droolin' and snortin'. Really have a good night, no we. Never do, actually, he's a little soft, though, to the left. All right. Sounds good, let's get wasted tomorrow. Or something, some guy picked us up, told us that I never so. What would you rather do? How long? Was the 100-year war? I want to say 100 years, but I know it's not 16 years. What? President was the first president. Born in a hospital, I have no idea. Jimmy Carter, that is quite a trippy thing. All the others are. These are weird facts. What resident? Lawmaker was kicked out of California for horse stealing? I have no idea. James Jr., Fidel Castro, Howard Cosell, and the loudspeaker at the airport gate cried, "It is only you and I who are truly alive." See, the rest of them, they do but sleep. It's enough to make you start to weep. Where they go, they know not where. Blind leading blind, leading blind, leading blind. Blind leading blind, leading blind. It has taken me long to remember. But here it is, right over left. Lines in the sand, no space, good, bad, stand, up, count, patriot. The eagle flies, its talons, claws, and they're all sharp pointed. Freedom, fried. It's the mother of all bombs. It's the mother of all bombs. For only a moment of the shooting star with Venus rising and Mars near to the earth and moving so slow. Hover nearby over a mesa or a rolling. Over one or the other, lastly silver spun fancy. Leap up at the stars, though your knees are shaking, striking sunlight up under the setting sun glow. For only a moment of the shooting star with Venus rising and Mars near to the earth and moving so slow. There is power in these waters. There is strength in these rocks. There are songs to be sung and hills to climb. There are times when I wake up knowing I've cried. And there are moments of joy that I can't keep inside. For only a moment of the shooting star with Venus rising and Mars near to the earth and moving so slow. Firstly, or lastly, over a hill swept with wind, to the front or the back weave whispers of delight. Howl at the moon, though your heart is quaking, striking sunlight up under the setting sun glow. For only a moment of the shooting star with Venus rising and Mars near to the earth and moving so slow. Sometimes we hide. If you ask us where, we just go. Come with us. I'll tell you. In the summer, it is a garden of hope. It is a garden of blossoms. It is a garden of light. It is a garden of colors, too many to see. It is a garden of mulberries. It is a garden of bare feet. It is a garden of opening. It is a garden of sunlight. It is a garden of revealing. It is a garden. There is no better word for it. This garden runs through your alleyways. It grows in the gravel. It scatters the meadows and it breathes. I can hear it breathe. In the winter, it is a garden of frozen leaves. It is a garden of icy steps. It is a garden of slumber. It is a garden of snowfall too soft to believe. It is a garden of vines. It is a garden of leather shoes. It is a garden of decrease. It is a garden of cold wind. It is a garden of concealing. It is a garden. There is no better word for it. See, I have fashioned a world out of words and hung it from a trestle bridge out over a valley. It is true we are hungry. It is true we are waiting. I bring 3 stones wrapped in cotton. I offer 3 seeds wrapped in burlap. Open your eyes, wake up. Open your eyes, wake up. Seek the one in the setting sun. Seek, 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 seek. Seek the one in the setting sun. Seek, 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 seek. I used to stare at the sun. 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 Create a landscape. Create a moonscape. Create an innerscape. Create an outerscape. Create, create, create. Thank you very much. Hey, this has been a little dose of flow poetry. Thanks to Nick and the whole gang, and thank you all for tuning in. Some really great music coming up. Hang tight.
Jazz fans out there, one more round of applause for flow poetry. I'm at a loss for words.
Well, I gave you enough of a problem for a while.
That was amazing. Let's give him some snaps too, if we can at home. Some snaps. Thank you so much, Adam. Check out his link on Facebook. You can check Flow Poetry out, and we look forward to hearing you and seeing you again when we're all back to normal here. This is a double bill. So we just concluded our first portion of this show. We're going to take a short 15-minute break, and then we'll be back with Two Jackets, a wonderful jazz quintet to entertain you from the comfort of your home. But before we go, I want to just reinforce the fact that we get a lot of help to put on this event. So I want to just take a second and thank one more time the people that make this possible. So I would like to start by thanking the Madison Music Collective, the Arts and Literature Laboratory, our wonderful hosts here at the Wisconsin Union Theater. I'd also like to thank Janus Galleries, who helped make this happen as well. Also, Dane Arts, with additional funds from the Anderson Manufacturing Company Foundation, the EVU Foundation Incorporated, the charitable arm of the Capital Times, the W. Jerome Fauci Foundation, and the Pleasant T. Rowland Foundation, the Madison Arts Commission with additional funds from the Wisconsin Arts Board, and the John and Carolyn Peterson Charitable Foundation. Of course, WORT FM 89.9, and our wonderful tech crew that brings this really crispy stream and this great audio to your living rooms. Greg White from Madison Pro Audio and Andrew LaValle from Bear Sound. So, like I said, we're going to take a short break, but that'll give you an opportunity to maybe get a drink, share this streams with your friends, let them know it's happening right now. But also, if you're considering making a donation, this would be a perfect time to do it. You will see the donation link down below right here, and that's both on Venmo and PayPal. So again, we'll take a quick break. My name is Nick Moran, and thank you for tuning in. We'll be right back.